Today we are going to talk tankless water heaters. Now, part of being a good salesperson, order puller, receiver, whatever, is knowing about the products you are handling. So let's go over the basics first. A tankless water heater, by definition, is a water heating device or appliance without storage. Tankless, hence the name. Tankless water heaters. Okay. It's also known as a demand heater, meaning when you turn the water on, it creates demand, starts a fire in the burner, and sends out hot water. Otherwise, it lays dormant. Now, here at Todd Pipe University, we're not in the business of saying one is better than the other, but it's important to look at a tank type heater as far as the differences. Here's a look at how the professionals explain it, and then I'll probably beat you to death with some redundancies.
Tank water heaters versus tankless water heaters. When you turn on your hot water, a tank water heater begins to drain the hot water stored in the tank. If hot water usage in your home exceeds the tank supply, the water will run cold and will need a period of reheating time. Now let's review tankless. When you turn on your hot water, a tankless water heater turns on and begins heating water as it flows through the unit. It continues to provide hot water until the demand is over. There is no storage capacity limit, so you receive continuous hot water. A big difference between tank and tankless water heaters is how they function when there is no need for hot water. The tank water heater continues to heat and reheat the water. The tankless water heater goes on standby until the next hot water need.
So a tank type heater that heats the water and waits for it to be used, cools down, triggers a thermostat, and heats back up, creates what they call standby energy losses. It always uses heat, making water to have available when you need it. The tankless, laying dormant and only turning on with a flow switch, meaning whatever you turn on the faucet, it activates the burner, which saves all that standby energy. Now, the other benefit is size. A traditional tank type water heater is the size of a full-grown adult. A tankless heater is the size of a full-blown suitcase. It can be wall-mounted in much less space. Now, let's throw a nod to the tank type water heater. The beauty of the tank type water heater is it's very, very simple and very basic. In most cases, no electronic power is needed, and it can only be a handful of things that could go wrong with that heater. For more information, watch our tank type water heater video. Now, tankless is very, very advanced in the technology with big wiring harnesses, lots of sensors, you name it. Stuff can go wrong, and it requires a dedicated power source. One of the other downfalls to tankless water heating is that it's extremely susceptible to hard water, meaning a tremendous amount of mineral in your water. As it flows through the heat exchanger, picture a very small, fast-burning burner. As it goes through there, all that mineral could collect and then force burn that exchanger out, essentially the heart of the tankless heater. A tank type heater is much more susceptible to hard water, something to consider. There are flush kits available to run a vinegar solution to clean out the heat exchanger, or running soft water through it to extend the life of the product. Now, a nod back to the tankless. It is smaller, more energy efficient, and it will produce more than 300% more heat than a traditional tank type water heater. Now, because the world of plumbing has changed so much over the last 20 years, it doesn't do us any good to put model numbers. The basic principles don't change. The technology and advancements change for the better. So whenever you have an appliance with a flame-generated burner, it needs to vent. Tankless water heaters available in single vent meaning that those flue gases just vent straight up and out. There is a direct vent, meaning that it draws outside air in for intake, fresh air, and blows that exhaust air out, two pipe or direct vent. Then there is an outdoor unit which sits outside the home and breathes and exhausts through either a front cover or a rain cover and is watertight. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Two more quick details, and then we're going to look at how a PIC ticket or an invoice would read. All right, so when you have a direct vent, remember the intake coming in one side and the exhaust going out the other side, you can vent that outside a roof with one hole using a concentric vent kit. So essentially there's an interior pipe and an exterior pipe. One draws, one blows. It looks just like this, and you will see this on a PIC ticket. The next is condensing. When you hit a certain level of efficiency, meaning it's running it as good as you can get it, it will sweat. Everybody's familiar with condensation that you'd see on the outside of a soda, or moisture or dew. This is generated under real efficient conditions, so the heater itself will condense and you would have to run that to drain. All right, let's look at how a PIC ticket or an invoice would read. All right, any clips from the order entry side, let's just type in the word Tankless. You can see there that first SKU looks like there's some sort of rebate program. The next SKU is a Rheem RTGH 68 DVLN. What does all that mean? You don't really need to know. Those numbers just have to match the invoice. And the information we need is right there in the description. 120,000 BTU indoor condensing heater. The next one there, Norris, blah, 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 DV direct vent, NG natural gas, direct vent heater with a pump. And then you go down A.O. Smith heater, all those model numbers, 190,000 BTU concentric vent kit. All those things you just learned, that will help get you there. Remember, all the big brands, Rheem, A.O., you name it, they're all in the tankless market. It's here to stay. Okay, let's summarize what we've learned. Tankless water heaters are smaller in size, substantially more efficient. They deliver endless hot water. They require power, proper venting, and water treatment. In most cases, the unit itself is double the price of a tank type and is now very much the norm in residential hot water heating. Let's talk tankless.